Hi there, wonderful awakening beings and spiritual souls. Jo Rose of JoRose.com, numerologist and energy forecaster. Welcome to Personal Year 4 video for 2020. Before we look into your personal year, let's recap on what's in store for the universe. We have a 4 energy. How do I know that? By adding together all the digits of the current year. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 0 equals 4. Like you, the universe is a 4 energy. What does that mean for us? It means structure, stability, security, safety, planning, schedule, order, organizing, building from the foundations up. It is a year of building. It's a year of saving, but investing also in the right places. It's a slower year than last year, step by step, steady as she goes energy. It's also a year to watch our health because 4 is a bit of a workaholic year. To understand more about the 4 energy, do go and check the link above for the forecast in the description below. Now, moving on, personal year 4. The example I'm using for this personal year is the 3rd of June, one of my children's birthdays. I'm playing with their years this year, see where they are as they've all flown the nest, and I would like to know that they're okay. 3rd of June is my example. We reduced down each separate part of the birthday. So 3 is already a single digit, no reduction there. June is the 6th month, already a single digit. And we know that it's a 4 energy for 2020. 3 plus 6 plus 4 equals 13. 1 plus 3 equals 4. So this is a personal 4 year in a universal 4 year. And I call you the lucky ones because you have just one energy to work on, whereas the rest of us, we have another one. And another bonus for you is the fact that I mentioned the 2020 forecast. Also, every month I do a forecast for the universal energy. So you want to push that bell so you remain notified so that you can listen to what's in store every month. For the playlist, link above. Now, moving on, personal year 4. After last year's 3 energy, which was all about self-expression and creativity, highly emotional, possibly some challenges because it's a very scattered energy, we're now asking you to come back and conform. So it's a little bit more restricting than last year's, but perhaps you let a few things run away. You had too many rabbits you were chasing. And I'm now saying it's time to get your priorities in order. You need to be realistic. Start from where you're at, not where you think you should be, and not stuck in the story from the past. Where you are now. Are you on solid ground? What are your foundations like? This is key to where you can really understand how to move forward. So be realistic, be practical, set yourself a plan. The 4 loves a diary. If you haven't got a diary, get yourself a diary. It's so important to have checklists, to-do lists. It doesn't have to be really intense, but it is a detailed year. It's a year to apply action. It's a work year, a physical year. Now we have 4 body elements, the physical, the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual. And the physical is going to possibly be stretched this year. So do make sure you have a good diet, a good exercise routine, certainly good sleep and downtime. Make sure that you do include fun time in your calendar. People think calendars are all about the I must do things, but yes, you must do have fun. Laughter feeds the soul. So get a schedule out there so that you know what you're doing. So it's a year of action and it can take its toll physically on you. Know what you're building. What are you building for now? What are you building for towards the future? For example, if you're building a house, you have to start with the foundations and you work your way up layer by layer, level by level, till you end up with the roof. Then you come back in and you make it all nice inside. There is a system to do that. You can't put a roof on if you haven't put the bricks there. So create a system that's going to work up. What are you building? What are you building in your relationships? What are you building in your business? What are you building in your career? What are you building in your health? What are you building at home with your family? Know what you're building, what you're investing in, because by knowing what you're building and what you're investing in, you can save time and energy and sometimes even money by getting it in focus before you run away and do something. So are your foundations laid? If not, we really need to be laying them this year. Limitations. Now the 4 energy, the spiritual aspect, I mentioned the physical, mental, emotional and spiritual. The spiritual aspect for your biggest learning this year is limitations. Know your limitations, know your boundaries. Now, boundaries are there for 2 reasons. One, for you to know how far you are prepared to go or be pushed, and also let those around you know you have these boundaries, where enough is enough and where you're prepared to put more in. Now, when I say limitations and boundaries, boundaries are good, but they can box us in. So I want you to have your boundaries and then gently move them out. When you're ready, little by little, step by step. With the limitations, know your limitations and turn them into your strengths. People often say to me, what am I meant to be doing with my life? What's important for me? What's my career? Your career lies in your limitations because they are your strengths. Now, we look at limitations as something that can limit us. But once you own your limitation, then you can become limitless with this. Some people are great shoppers. Their business that they should be in is personal shopping, one way, shape or form. Other people are great in the home. They could be great interior designers. People that have got children and feel like that they can't go out and get a career, they're stuck at home, they could create a business around the children. So whatever's limiting you, work to that. As we work to our limitations, they gradually expand. Turn your limitations into your strength this year. Who are you and where are you at now? I've already mentioned this. We've got to start from this. So I need you to do more things that bring you into the now. Grounding. Get out in nature. Take your shoes and socks off. Touch the grass, touch the earth, touch the sand, touch the sea. Or with your hands, get out and touch the plants, the trees. Really connect. We have positive energy, the earth has negative energy. And we spend most of our life wearing rubber sole shoes, driving around in cars with rubber tires. We are not connecting to nature. By connecting to nature, you'll be in the now. By being in the now, you can be in the right place at the right time, and you will be proactive instead of reactive. So it's a big thing to think about there. It's a great year for business. Whatever your business, as long as you are building it slowly, it's a great year. We really need to look at structure and stability. Here in the UK, will we leave, or did we leave by the time you watch this video, the EU? We have to reground ourselves again. And this is worth watching because this is the energy of the year. Deal with whatever you postponed. Last year was a little bit scattered. Perhaps you didn't look at various things like your finances, your health, your relationship. You're stuck in a career that you're bored with, whatever it is. Look at what you've postponed and set yourself the task this year of making improvements on it. The thing you really need to understand is about will. Now, the will is free. You choose where it goes. When you are connected to whatever it is that you're doing, whether it be in your relationship, your health, or your career, you have the will to do it. And if you're not, this is where the problems lie. This is where procrastination comes up. If you want to know more about procrastination, I do have a video, check the link above. to help you understand why you're procrastinating. But it's generally because you're not passionately connected to the task in hand, or you don't understand the point or the benefit of the task. Now that's a brief on the 4-year. Let's take a look at what 2020 has in store on a monthly basis, starting with January. January is a 5 energy, total opposite to the 4. The 4 likes to be committed and structured, and the 5 is looking for freedom and diversity. Probably feeling a bit bored. You're thinking, oh, what a year have I got in store? And now this 5 energy comes up and you're thinking, Joe, you're talking a load of waffle. Doesn't make any sense. Look, you need to get it out your system at the beginning of the year. We all start with a conflicting number at the beginning of the year. It's to bring us back into check, really. So there could be change, variety. If your job is boring you and there's no variety, get some variety in it. Be open to opportunities. And if a challenge comes your way, tell yourself, flip your mind, this is an opportunity. Remember, we've got the mental body. This is an opportunity. 2 people can see a situation, the same situation, differently, depending on what way they're looking at it. So be open to opportunities. It's a month to promote yourself, your business, market, network. It's a month for connection, communication. So get out there. How can you connect? If you're in a business, maybe find a way to market yourself, to promote yourself, a leaflet drop, networking events. Talk to people, any people that you've made contact with over the last year, being in that bubbly 3 energy, get in touch with them. Let's see if there's some kind of collaboration or something that you can do together with this year's energy. It's a time to be resourceful. Now, it's not necessarily always about resources, but being resourceful. That's the key element when we've got this. And depending where you're starting from, bearing in mind we're going to build our foundations, we need to be resourceful. Last year you were chasing too many rabbits. This year, focus on just a handful, like your main priority and everything. So your main priority is you, how you wish to feel in your body, how you wish to feel in your home, how you wish to feel in your career, whatever. That's your main focus. And now each piece that's attached to this, so your environment, your intimate relationships, your family relationships, your career, your business, your finances, your health, they all need to be fulfilling you. So focus on that. This is also a month that you could travel, whether it be business or pleasure. It's a month that you could relocate, move home, move to a different job. It's if you're a freelancer, you might travel to a new location. So there's travel there. Bearing in mind, it's teamwork. Communicate with your team. It's a great month to communicate. Where is your business going this year? Set them up. Set yourself up. Set the business up. And schedule those meetings in there with the team. Let's move on. February. February is a 6 energy. Now, your workload could increase. Last month we were promoting it. This month we're doing it. So your workload could increase. There could be a demand on your services. There could also be a demand on you at home, or there will be. So now you're like, I've got work coming in. Now my home life wants my attention. You need to balance them. You start every day at home. You end every day at home. It's important. And how you connect with your loved ones at home is what is fulfilling you and getting you ready to start each day. So spend time with your family. Spend time with your significant other. Don't work all day and all night. Get home, arrange some things to do together, date nights or movie nights or sport events, whatever it is. Do things with your family and your friends. Don't forget your friends as well. Now, it's time to get things in order. The whole year is about getting things in order, but get creative with this. 6 is a creative energy. So create some structure, create some new concepts, create some ideas, create some plans. Just Just create, use your creative streak, express yourself and allow others to express themselves as well. Now, create structures at home. 4 is about teamwork. Now, are you a family? Who's doing all the work? Is it you? Is it your partner? What are the children doing? Get everybody involved. A job that takes one person an hour, if you've got a couple of kids, 2 parents, 15 minutes each, that's 45 minutes you've saved. That's 45 minutes that could be fun time, or 45 minutes that you could invest in something else. So look at how you can become a team, a family unit, and allocate out the jobs. Have your kids do the laundry, cook a meal, make sure they clear up after them. Have your kids become responsible for their own selves. The 6 is very nurturing, very counselling, coaching. So perhaps you might need to spend some time with family members. If you share the chores, if you've managed to balance work and pleasure, then you'll have the time for this. Let's move on. March. March is a 7 energy. Pay attention to your dreams, whether they be daydreams, night dreams, whatever. It's your intuition connecting to you. Your intuition is really your guidance, or your guidance with source. And so it's when those brain, those sudden things come into your head, just note what comes to you and then do your research. 7 is also very logical. It's the seeker and searcher. It wants to understand everything. Not a good time to invest or take a gamble this month, because the 7 doesn't like risk. So hold back that until next month. Just work through what you need to work through and stay focused. Allow your unconscious mind to connect to you. It's a month to problem solve, find the solutions. So look at what's not working and spend some time looking into it. It's also a great month for, whether it's you personally or your business, to have some training, teaching, some form of education going on for yourself and your team. Meditate, have time out. You'll want alone time. You may feel, so far it was a bit erratic the start of the year, then your family had demands on you. This month, possibly you're going to step back, want time alone. Don't just run off, let people know that you're okay, but that you need me time. And also teach them the importance of me time, whether it be some walk in nature, yoga, tai chi, meditation, just listen to something soothing, just so that you can calm down, get out of whatever's going on and clear your mind. 7 energy is a slow energy. It's also detailed like the 4. So you could find yourself questioning a number of things. Just question them to a point, give yourself a time scale, make a decision, and then move forward, or get it all ready for the next month. Moving on. April. April's an 8 month. This is the business number, the money number. Check your finances. Make sure your budgets are in order. Be organized. Remember the details. It's a great month it's a month of reward and recognition. So if you've been putting effort in and doing the job well, you could get promotion. Your income somehow could increase. Maybe you might even receive something lucky in the post. It tends to attract that energy, but the flip side is you could also be losing it. So make sure that your funds and finances are in order. Make sure you know who's doing your bookkeeping, what your bank statements are saying, what bills you've got to pay, are your insurances due. Just get everything in order financially and legally. This year legally is a year that we don't want to mess about with the law. So make sure that you've got everything in order. And here in the UK, April is the beginning of the new tax year, so we've got the close of the old tax year. So get that done. Don't let it sit in the back burner. Get it out of the way so that you know where you stand and you can move forward. What are you worth? If you're looking at promotion or looking at changing job, or being acknowledged at work, ask yourself, what are you worth? And are you receiving that reward for it? If not, it's time to speak up. It's time to step forward. And if it's not in that environment, then find yourself another environment. It might be that you're done working for someone else and you want to start working for yourself. I don't know, but it's certainly a time to look at what you're worth and start being rewarded for it. If you've got any debts, clear them out. It's just money. Just sort your money out this time round. And if you've got a business, get testimonials, reward and recognition. How well have you been doing? If you're on Google, if you've got a website where they can put things on, or your social media, get some testimonials. Ask when you've finished your job if people are happy to give you a video or a written or something testimonial, because this is what's going to get you more business as we go through the year. Moving on to May. May is a 9 energy, and it's time to let go. Let go of what you no longer need. What habits or behaviors are not serving you? What relationships aren't working? Now, I say let go, maybe it's let go of what's going on in the relationship. Sometimes it's better to be loving than to be right. So let go of what's not working. If you want your relationship to work, then now start working out how it can work. It's a month of being compassionate and understanding. Time to listen and share. The 9 energy is very much of service energy, but you still need to be servicing yourself. It's so important. It's all about loving the self. And my saying is, it's your life, LYFE. Love yourself first every day. We really need to do this because we're then in alignment with whatever we're doing. And when I'm talking about relationships, let go of saying I love you, or someone demanding to know if they love you. We need to be loving ourselves. But the best thing to say to your partner is, I love us. Or to your children, I love us. I love what we do together. I love our time together. I love our life together. What this does is it gives you love at the same time, and it makes you more of a unit. You're still individual people going on your same path, but you're more of a unit. So if your relationships are on dodgy grounds, if there's a lot of friction going on, let go of the friction if you really love that person. If you really love being married, if you really love being in that relationship, just let go. Sit down and share how you each feel and see what you can do to come back together. There's nothing better than being in an environment that fills you up. So work on your relationships. Now, also at work, you might have some staff challenges. You need to take time out and listen to what's going on. Perhaps there needs to be, I've mentioned this retraining back in March, but what's not working? Are you communicating well? Are they not understanding your communication? You need to find out a better way to move things forward. Look after your health and well-being. Check your diet, check your sleep. You should be doing this every month, but I'm just saying this is we've got to let go of practices and behaviors that are not working, that are not making us feel energized and raring to go. Let's move on to June. June is a 1 energy, new beginning, fresh start, a real influx of lovely, wonderful energy. Now, it's not a one personal year, so it's not masses of new things. But I've just mentioned what was not working. Now let's put in place some new things that can work. Look at things with a new perspective. I was doing a call with somebody the other day, and we was talking about how somebody made them feel. And I asked them if they were doing something in that situation. And the penny dropped because they said, I can be blunt too. And I said, this is a mirror. So just look at what's going on. It's okay for you to be blunt, but it's not okay for someone to be blunt back, unless you're a strong, close friend that you let them off with. So look at behaviors with new perspectives. I do this thing regularly. If I've got something and my mind wanders and I think, is there an easier way to do this? The amount of things that I have found that I've been doing my whole life a certain way, and yeah, there's easier ways now. Progress. So look at it, things with a different perspective. Be mindful of straying. New things could be new relationships, new jobs, new whatever. If you're in a relationship and this has come up, I've mentioned a relationship before, but go back to working on your relationship. Be in the relationship or be out the relationship, but don't just flitter in and out so that you've got all this chaos going on. We don't want that. So just be mindful of where your eye wanders. I mean, if you're a free agent, then great. It could be a chance of a new relationship. It could be a chance of a new job, new ideas, new projects, new business, just start some new practices. It's a great energy for new things. It could be that you want to relook at your brand, look at your business, look at your websites, look at your promotions, whatever it is. Get some new energy going into every aspect of your life. July is a 2 energy. This is really a month of relationships, and you'll be feeling more sensitive than normal. That could mean that you're more aggressive, defensive, or aloof. And on the flip side, it could be that you're overly sensitive, weak and fluffy. So how is your relationships working out? Are you connecting? I read today, it's not about communication, it's about comprehension. So do you speak the same language? Look at the relationships you have. Somebody once said to me that their wife said that they weren't responsible, and I asked them if they thought they were responsible, and they said, well, yes, I provide for the family, I do all of these things, I'm responsible. I don't understand why she doesn't think I'm responsible, but she had a different perspective of responsible. So connect with your partner. Spend time understanding what they want. There's a great book, The 5 Love Languages. I recommend it over and over. Really understand your partner. There is even a version for young children, teenage children, work colleagues, whatever. We all have our own love language, and we need to serve our own love language to ourselves. We'd like our partners to use our love language, and you need to use their love language. Sometimes people can go, I do so much for my partner, yet they tell me they don't feel loved, but they're missing the one important love language out. It's a great book, highly recommend it. Gary Chapman. Instead of being aggressive or loose or weak, what you want to be is assertive. Come from no blame. What happened today had me feeling. How can you help me with this? Not so that you're vulnerable or weak, but so that you're asking to come together as a team. Remember, I love us. It's so important. So listen, spend time understanding those around you. Really work on your relationships. And if you've got business relationships, give them time as well. Work on them. Listen to your staff again. It's so important because it's people's energy that affects us. So if we can have everybody vibrating at a great energy, then you'll be vibrating at a great energy also. Let's move on to August. August is a 3 energy, and the 3 energy is about relaxing, having fun. I don't know, maybe a holiday, social, barbecue, party. Just have some fun this month. I mean, have fun all the time, but this is really a month. So if you're thinking about a holiday, I always say 3s and 5s are great for fun adventure holidays. If you want a more retreaty holiday, you go when it's a 7. So it just helps you work out when is a good time to go away. So this is a 3 energy. So have a work-life balance this month. And, well, every month, but really, if you're not, bring it back in order. What am I saying? Get inspired and be inspirational. When you live your life in alignment, when you are doing things you're passionate about, you become the light, you become the inspiration for others. And people do as you do, not as you say. So if you're telling people to buck up or sort things out and you're still walking around like this, it's not going to work. You want to do things where you feel fulfilled, so much love then oozes out of you. And you become like, what are you on? I want whatever you're on. Where are you going? Did you just go on holiday? No, I'm really living my life. So get inspired, be inspired. So it's so important for your well-being. It's a great month to get creative and create. Whatever's not working, solution solve, that creative energy. We've been educated to use the logical side of our brain, and the creative side's been squished down. Why? Because that's the solution solving. When we start to use that side more often, we won't be following people in the wrong direction. We'll be creating our own direction. So get creative in your business. It's a great time for changing your logo, changing your brand, or looking at your brand, being creative with articles that you're writing, design ideas. Just let your juices flow, let your imagination flow. Become the child, become inquisitive. Express yourself. If there is a confrontation and you're not confrontational and you step back all the time, this is where you're going to keep finding relationships keep ebbing away at you. We have to be equal in the relationship. I'm not saying we both have to be fiery characters, but we have to understand where each people is. And if there is something that's not working, this is a great month to bring it to the attention and work through it. Let's move on to September. September is a 4 energy. Now, September always gives us double whammy of the 4 energy, added to the fact the universe is in a double whammy for work, order, organize, business, take stock. You've gone now 8 months throughout the year. You had this focus at the beginning of the year. Let's do an audit. Let's recap where you are and where you're heading. Have you ticked a lot of those to-do things off your box? Have you hit your milestones? How far are you building up on that house? The foundations, are they strong? Look at your strengths. Have you really worked out what they are now, and are you using them? Check your finances, make sure you're secure. We're building for the future. We're always building for the future, but we're living for today. So I hope that you're getting this in order. There might seem like there's too much to do, but if you've got a to-do list and you can tick it off, and I have one of these, I write it all down and then I put my marker across. I don't do it for the day, I just keep going through, and I like every so often to make sure the page is clear. I love seeing what I've done, because that also encourages me. When it's not just, oh my gosh, I've got so much to do. By doing my to-do list with my highlighter and everything, I also see what I've done, and I stop saying I've done nothing today. I've certainly done something. A problem shared is a problem halved. Whether it be at home, I've mentioned about getting the children involved, but you being more involved, or your partner being more involved. Same with work. If there's something on your mind, share it. Let's work our way through it so that we can move into a better place. Procrastination. Work on your procrastination. Realign yourself. Make sure you love what you do. Realign yourself every day. Every time before I go to bed, I realign myself, ready for the end of the day, for a great sleep, and to start my tomorrow. Get everything in order this month. As we start to move on to November and December, we get a trial run of what's coming in 2021. And with the trial run in mind, let's take a look at October, where we've been confined and what's felt possibly like restriction, much to do, big to-do lists. October is going to widen your path. It's going to open up new directions and new opportunities. October brings the 5 energy. The 5 is all about expect the unexpected, Be resourceful, be resilient, think outside the box, expand your circle. If you've been building your foundations and you've got them there laid strong in the ground, now think about the willow tree where the foundations are in place, but now you can move. You've got some freedom. You're looking for freedom. Perhaps your business has grown and you can employ some staff, an assistant or a sub-manager to take over. Perhaps at work you've changed a role and you've got somebody else working with you, or you're not doing some of the stuff that you're done with. You've got new ideas and new directions. The 5 energy needs to be flexible and adaptable. We're letting go of that 4 energy. The foundations are in place. Maybe you want to celebrate, go away on holiday. It could also be a time for relocation. That could be your new home. It could also be a career. You may decide that everything you've done up to this point is right. You've studied enough. Now you're going to go somewhere else. It could be that your company expands. It could be that you're going to work part-time and have someone else take over. We're setting ourselves up for 2021, which is bringing in a totally different energy. Observe what goes on this month, because it is a taster of what's coming. And in November and December, from what we've observed, we're going to start working through. So the 6 energy is coming around. We've put effort into our home and our family and our relationship and our business. And now we're beginning to feel the rewards coming back. We're a part of a community. We're working as a team. We're working as a unit. And spend time listening to your staff, spend time listening to your family, connecting and doing some more fun things. This year, the foundations are in place. The security nest has been built to allow you to have some free time over the coming year. Just think about family and friends. If anybody needs your time, hopefully you've got some time now to give them and nurture them, help them find out what it is that they're looking for and raise them up, be an inspiration to them. Let's move on to December, and well, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I hope 2020 has been an amazing time for you. December brings a 7 energy, and it's time to relax. Pull back. I'm not saying stop everything, but pull back. Certainly relax. Be reflective. Go through those goals that you set, the milestones that you've marked, and see how much you've grown, how you've pushed your boundaries, how your limitations are no longer limiting, but they are the strong part behind, the anchor behind whatever it is that you do. Have gratitude for the year. Have gratitude for your work colleagues, for your family, for your home. It's a month where you may find you want alone time, me time, and it could also be a time, if you haven't been on a holiday yet this year or you like another holiday, is have a quiet Christmas. Go on a relaxing retreat. Maybe you don't want all the extended family round for Christmas. You want to keep it intimate. I totally understand that, because that's how you feel right now. Slow down, relax, as we come to the end of 2020. Spend the time looking back at your growth, that you've invested in you, that you've invested in your family and your business, that you're stronger in all elements. You looked after your health, you've done your exercise, and all round you've grown more solid and strong. If you've liked this video, give me a thumbs up. If you think it was worth knowing what's going on in your personal year and it may help your loved ones, firstly, check their videos out. Secondly, share the videos with them. Let them know what you need with your personal video and find out what they need, and let them know what they need with their personal video. I have got a playlist of the personal year videos in the link above. Also, if you want to have more understanding of what are your major challenges and opportunities and lessons in this lifetime, do go and check out your life path number in the link above. Understanding what is driving us will help us map out month on month what we're doing year on year and allow us to have a more fulfilling, rewarding life. If you want to know more about your numerology, do get in touch. Maybe it's just a reading and you want to know your numbers, just a taste or a dip in. Or you've got some questions and want a consultation. Better still, if you really want to set your life up, it takes roughly 12 months to really feel and understand the energy. And also by understanding the energy and aligning it to your goals, I do a system where I give you back a piece of you and help you get to re-know who you are while we build you up from this point forward. The story of the past is dragging you down. The worries of the future aren't helping you. We need to be in the now. When we know our numerology, we are in the now. When we own it, work it and feel it, we're in the now. And it's so much better being in the right place at the right time. Thank you for watching. I wish you an amazing 2020. And if you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'd love to connect with you. Bye for now.